Hey, what's up? It's Cash here. We're going to be talking today about why it is difficult as a beginner guitarist to learn how to play or learn everything online from YouTube. The reason why this is because most of the time the things that are being taught online are slightly more in the intermediate level to the advanced level. But even if you're a beginner starting right at the beginning, there's almost like a little gap which you need to acquire first with a certain amount of knowledge in order to understand or interpret the videos that you're watching. So that little gap, once you actually know how to interpret, some of the theory behind what's going on or certain chords and things like that, or which direction to go in or how to navigate, then it becomes an incredible place to learn the guitar, because literally you got so many different perspectives, you got so many different teachers, you got so many different techniques, and you can learn absolutely everything and anything. So it's just getting past that, like that little jump. And the best way I would say to actually close the gap on that is to get in touch with an in-person teacher that you can work with just for like a couple months, maybe 2-3 months, where you can pretty much learn all of the knowledge and some of the technique to be able to put your hands in the right places. And what that'll do is you'll then be able to, you won't need to stay with a teacher for longer than, 2-3 months once you've got that, unless you're just like hanging out or whatever. But once you've got that knowledge, then it's a complete open book. So I'm going to use an example actually of the blues scale and why it's actually quite difficult to understand it online if you didn't have that knowledge. But if you do, it's very easy. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is the example that I wanted to use to show you kind of just a little bit more in-depth knowledge of it on the blues scale. So this is how the blues scale goes. A blues scale, pretty much off the 5th fret. Now, all that the blues scale is it's literally just the minor pentatonic with a flat 5 note. So all it is it's just your normal minor pentatonic. I'm playing A minor pentatonic in this case, with the flat 5 note that we're going to put in here. And it changes the whole sound of it. So now when you actually look at what type of progressions can I use that blues scale over, typically over sounds literally that have a blues sound. So like, an example is 12-bar blues. Or you can pretty much take it and begin to paste it over tracks like, now this becomes really cool because anything that you actually identify that has the sound of blues in it, so if you took like a Rolling Stones track, like Sympathy for the Devil in the key of E, you kind of have the choice in that to actually pay attention to going, okay, well, the song starts in E major, but it's got a really cool bluesy sound that pretty much happens throughout the whole track. So you could solo in, if you go to the E major and you go to its directly related minor, which is the 6th, you would get the C sharp minor. Not the blues scale, you would only play the C sharp minor pentatonic. You know, so you would have that. And that would work really well. But because it's got such a bluesy feel to it, you can actually do this now. You can actually go, okay, well, the song's in E. So I'm going to play the E blues scale. What is the E blues scale? Well, actually, it's the E minor pentatonic that contains a flat 5 note in it. So over this, I can now play and have a completely different kind of sound, a kind of like darkery, minory, beautiful sound. So let's check it out. So it works pretty much like that, and when you really solo over the rhythm happening in the background, or you're in the band and you're actually jamming it, it becomes really awesome. So pay attention to how to put that together. But that's just a simple example of how, if it's taught, having the knowledge of what you're interpreting here, or when another teacher says something else, like, oh, just play the blues scale. It's like, what is the blues scale? What does it contain? How does it work? Gaining these little bits, these small amounts of information, is probably best to try to do it in person. And the reason is because you need to learn the structure shapes, you need to learn the notes, you need to learn how chords and things are formed. And yeah, I hope that helps. Thanks for sticking around, and I hope that actually made sense, talking about the blues scale like that. If you like what it is that we're doing here, just hit subscribe. And I've put a couple of links in the description if you want to take a look and either get in touch with me and work one-on-one. There's also a way you can do that. So any other things, just drop a couple comments in the section and let me know. Cool. Take it easy.